Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at XRP. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Okay, so let's get into the price action here. So what we were looking for here effectively was I'm looking at the possibility of two options, that either we are looking for the C wave to progress up here. Now this could be, instead of an ABC, this could be a WX and a Y. So I'm looking for also the potential that we could see a three wave move up into here, or alternatively we could see something like this develop as a five wave structure. So we don't need to keep an eye on it. Obviously we need to maintain some key zones, which we're going to go over here. There is also the possibility that, however, we could look at this as a corrective structure, looking to actually look to push down from this location. So we're going to go over a couple of these things. Really there's a lot of options here. Potentially we could also argue that we could see something like a triangle playing out here, where we get a more sideways movement like this as an X wave triangle, and then we actually look to push down for that Z wave to the downside still from that point. So, we do have a couple of options that are still available here. And given the current structure here within this, there is that potential that we could form a zigzag here. And then that could actually look to form our A, B, C, our C wave. We look for that D wave and then actually look for continuation to the downside after this E wave comes in. But we only get confirmation of this after this D wave. So we need to just bear in mind it hasn't actually confirmed yet. So I'm going to go over the different ways that we're looking at it. So we were looking at that potential, like I said, that this could then be a W, this could be an X, and we could be looking for this Y wave. So I'm looking for this first off as a potential ABC pattern to the upside, and then obviously we'll have to keep a track of this C wave as it starts to develop. If it starts to push past that 1618, then we'd be looking for that additional possibility of a fourth and a fifth. Okay, so the 1-to-1 off of the 618 area, actually that's off this 1-to-1. So let's talk about this first. So within this structure here, there is a couple of ways we can count this. Potentially, we can look at this as a W wave into here. This is an X wave. And then we could argue that potentially we have completed a Y wave down here. There is also the possibility, for as long as we remain below this 38.47, that we could still have this as an A, a B, and then we are still within the Y wave, and then we're going to form another leg to the downside. Because at the moment, all we have is a three wave move up here. So, if we do get a move where we form an additional fourth and a fifth here, and we take this high, then we can be arguing that we got that potential A, B, and then we're looking for that move to the upside. So within this move, like I said, if we fail to break above this high point here of this 38.46, what I would be looking out for would be that potential to come back down towards this 35.02 at a 1-to-1. Alternatively, that 1-to-1 of that Y wave actually brings us to this 34.16, which would be just in between that golden pocket there. That 618 would be this 34.49 to this 34.11 area. So that would be a zone we could look to actually potentially come back into and look to retest if we are looking for this potential upside here. And then from there, what we'd be looking for is whether this move here actually develops as a bigger five-wave move to the upside. So we need to obviously bear in mind that this could be the low of this Y wave at 35, 35.39. But then what we'd want to see, if we come into here onto the 1 hour, maybe we can see it. Yeah, at the moment it just looks like a three-wave structure to me. We just argue that's a well, actually ABC in the middle there. However, you can also potentially say, this could be a 1-2, this is 1-2-3-4-5. Then we get an additional fourth and a fifth. If something like that happens, then what we'd be looking for is that potential continuation here, where we look at this as a wave one, then look for that wave two, and then look for that three to the upside. Like I said, important thing if we're looking for that upside would be to hold this 35.39. And then what we'd be looking for is that potential. I'm going to go off this current high here. What we'd be looking for potentially would be a 50% retracement to 786. So this 35.95 off the current area. If we start to lose this, it becomes more likely that actually this move is potentially going to roll over and continue to the downside. So really, until we actually take some of these key high points here, this 38.12, this 38.46, there is still that potential we could see continuation to the downside here. So we need to just bear that in mind. Okay, so that's looking at this move potentially as looking forward, continuing within this Y wave. Alternatively, the way that I am also looking at it, if I just throw this object tree back on, is there is also the potential, because of the way this has moved down here, we could actually still be within this X wave, and this could all be a W wave. We could be looking to form a flat for an X wave here, and then potentially from there drop for this Y wave. So we need to keep an eye out on this. If we do form that 5-wave structure, then we form a wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and that actually brings us up into this 42.68 area to this 40.86 area. We'd have to be cautious that this wasn't an X wave where this becomes an A, this is a B, and then we get that C wave up, and then we'd still be looking for that potential to have that drop for that Y wave down into this zone. So, like I said, there's possible that we could complete into this low and we could be starting that C wave. But really, what's going to be key here is we would want to see good 5-wave structure up, and then we'd want to see this break through this zone here and potentially take this high point here of this 43.30 for a bit more confidence within the move. For as long as we fail to break above this high, this could just be, like I said, an X wave connector in here, and then actually we break down for that Y wave at a later point. So depending on where exactly we would come up to, if we argue that we came up into that area, let me get onto this low here, up into this. So we're going to go let's say the 618, the 1618. So moving up to that 1618 would then actually bring us back down for a retest of this 35.75 area. If we ended up lower down in this and potentially towards that 1236, potentially testing this top here, we could then look for that to actually come back down to this 3427. So, this is still possible where we could see this extend out a little bit and become more of a corrective mess here. And then we see something like this play out as a bigger WX and a Y. So this is going to be a key area for rejection. I have also got this zone here, this 4137 to this 3892 area, and this basically, this is a typical B wave correction. So if we do form some kind of a running flat in here, it might be that we actually we only end up coming lower down here. If that's the case, this area here of the 618 would be this 40 cent 22 to this, or this would be a golden pocket, 40 cent 22 to this 39.95, in which case we could look for that continuation down. So I mean, like I said, this is possible that we could still be continuing to the downside. What we need to be cautious of is that we aren't starting a bigger move down here towards this 24.37. Moving down towards that would then look to complete this as a bigger as that state wave completed and actually look to bring us down here into this 24-cent range. So we need to just give it a bit of space and see how it plays out within that. Um, if we fail to hold this 30-cent range here, that idea of coming up as that bigger Y wave coming to look and retest the channel here becomes less likely, and then we'll just have to accept that the X was actually into these highs here, and that this is an A, B, and a C for that Z wave that we had in this option here. Hmm. So yeah, I mean the 1-to-1 is actually much lower here, which would be this 1464. But this would be either the potential start of it, or it could fall short here at this lower range here, this 2437. So just got to give it a bit of space, see what happens here. There is that potential for as long as we hold those key areas that we could be looking for. Like I said, as long as we hold this 32 for 44, even if we do come down one more time here, potentially we could come back down and retest this. And like I said, this is a W, an X, and a Y, and we actually push down one more time towards that 1-to-1 or slightly lower. We can still look at this possibility of either an A, a B, and a C, or alternatively, if we do move high enough, we could look at that possibility of saying that we have this is a 1 and then if we manage to cross above this 61.99, 61.90, yeah, 61.99, then we could start looking at this whole move as a bigger five-wave structure to the upside. And then from there, what we'd be having to watch on that would be this retracement again, and then seeing whether we manage to find support above that 50% to that 786. So yeah, I mean, once the structure starts to build, we can get a bit more of a gauge on it. But currently, it's very messy. We're just kind of chopping around in here. So this is just looking like a big corrective mess at the moment. So if we are looking for that bullish aspect, basically we want to hold this 32.44 to this 36.04. Alternatively, then if we do start to lose that, my next target that I'd be looking at would be potentially towards this 1-to-1 at this 24.37. And then we'd have to just monitor how exactly the waves are forming there. We need to be a little bit careful within this, that we don't have something like a diagonal where this becomes a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Then we get a wave 2 up here, and then we actually get a bigger third wave, fourth wave, and a fifth wave down. So we're going to have to just monitor this zone. That's why I say it's important, if we're looking for that bullish aspect, to take that 32.28 zone. So we take this high, and then it invalidates any possible extensions to the downside from here. Okay, so I'm going to leave that video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss that video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Once in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff, and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Also in the description, you'll find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT. Check them out. They are great exchanges. They're the ones we use when we're doing our trading. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care out there, everybody.